I remember those characters in my youth from about 6 years ago, right when I was young.
And Miss Maple is headed our way in a very fancy car.
You remember Miss Maple, of course.
I
'cause,
do.
You were there to introduce her
That's right.
this past summer at Maple Fest. A bit of a surprise. There she is, big smile, representing our community.
This is Santa Fest in Maple. I'm Phil Martino with my co-sponsor, I was going to say, co-host, Fred Campoli.
Hi, everybody. This is wonderful. I'm just so glad that we've had so many people out, and I can tell you from last year, there must be a few thousand more lining the roadway on the parade route than last year. Last year we had 15 to 20,000 people, so I'm sure that we surpassed that by far, despite the chilly weather, but that isn't going to deter us at all.
And it really helps when there's not a lot of snow, and that's what helps bring people out. All you have to do is bundle up.
But we do live in Canada. We're used to slow. That wouldn't have stopped us at all.
This looks like it's the float for Diana's Red Christmas. And the entry coordinator is Diana and Josie. The theme, Diana's Red Christmas Wonderland, sponsored, of course, by Diana's.
Wonderful.
Miss Jennifer Harrison, of course, she's really busy out there. I think she's just trying to keep warm, but she's out there again.
I am. I'm running around. I'm trying to keep warm. I found Adriana. Adriana, who do you have with you? I have my daughter, Rachel. And she is how old? She's going to be 2 in January. And this is her first parade. And I have to tell you, Phil, she's so interested. I have to tell you, Phil, that when I walked up, she said, "Where's Santa?" Not hi, Jennifer. "Where's Santa?" That's what everybody wants to see.
Don't worry, Jennifer. He's coming. He will be here soon, I promise. I don't know where he is, though. He's about 20 floats back.
He's following everyone. We're going to enjoy all the other floats before we get to see Santa.
This next one is the Maple Academy of Dance. The entry coordinator is Margaret Pisani and Jeanette Dumond. I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing these correctly. This is the 3rd year that the Academy has been involved with the parade. The theme, Beauty and the Beast, Enchanted Christmas, and the Maple Academy of Dance Dancers. Once again, this has been sponsored by Maple Academy of Dance and Dean Myers.
This is wonderful. Of course, those 2 ladies that run Maple Academy of Dance, Margaret and Jeanette, also have taken part for many years in Maple Fest, and they love participating in community events, and this is one of them. And they have a beautiful float out there with many of their students, and we're happy they're with us, all ages. You know, this might be an opportunity just to mention that I was talking to Councilor Mario earlier that, of course, the theme for this year's fest, Santa Fest, is from your friends and neighbors, and the idea of Santa Fest was to maintain the religious and traditional customs and bring them together for celebrating the spirit of the season. And I think they've done that. The committee has done a wonderful job in piecing this thing together and bringing us a lot of color and wonderful sounds and faces.
Well, thank you, Fred. It is truly it's a beautiful community event. The community puts it together, and the community members come out to watch. So it's truly a community event.
Well, it's doing its job beautifully. I have to ask you, Phil, do you remember the names of the reindeer, by the way?
No.
You can't remember them?
Wow, that probably gives away my age, doesn't it?
No.
Thanks, Fred. Can't wait to co-host with you next year.
Well, actually, just to make you feel better, I'll tell you that I don't know what their names are.
Wait,
either.
I know Rudolph.
Rudolph, yes. I remember Rudolph.
See, that's what we forgot, Fred. Blanket.
Yes, that would have helped. But we're managing just fine. The cold isn't deterring anyone.
Coming up next, the First Maple Scouts group. The entry coordinator is Mario Bucci. This is the third year they've been involved with the parade with Santa Fest. The entry theme is Bring on the Adventure, Scouts in Action. Scouting started in Maple in 1939. And once again, this entry has been sponsored by Maple Lions Club, J.D. Smith and Sons.
Wonderful.
We are now going to see what Jennifer's doing.
I have with me here 5 13-year-old girls from St. David's Catholic School, and they only have one thing on their mind today. It's not boys, it's not money, it's That's right, me too. Back to you, Phil.
Are you sure it's not Justin Timberlake?
Wonderful. By the way, Phil, I just got handed to me the list of the names of the
You have the names of the reindeer. That's
Absolutely.
great. Go ahead.
It's Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. Then there's Comet and Cupid, Donner, and
Blitzen.
of course. Don't forget, Rudolph was at it. He came later on when he found out about the party. Yes. I wonder what the reindeer are called when Santa visits Italy.
He probably add an O and an A to the end of those. Dasher.
Yeah. Nunzio and Rudolph.
Coming up next should be the entry from Joseph A. Gibson Public School. The entry coordinator is Gerald Reber. The float celebrates a traditional town of Maple Christmas. It uses the pioneer experiences as a backdrop, where the students are bringing Maple's history to life. Once again, this is sponsored by Joseph A. Gibson.
Wonderful young people patiently waiting for the holiday season to really be upon us. All the gifts as well. Merry Christmas.
They look so excited.
All those smiles, that's what impresses me. I love those smiles.
You are watching Santa Fest in Maple, the third annual parade here in Maple. Coming up next, we have the 283?
283rd Squadron. Yep. Royal Canadian Air Cadets.
The entry coordinator is Major McNamara. And it involves the marching band, and there are 30 people as well. The theme of the entry, Air Cadets are a community youth group. This entry is sponsored by the Department of National Defense, the Royal Canadian Legion, Woodbridge.
Wonderful. Thank you for coming to Maple.
That was, we just missed there, I'm so sorry, the White Rose Janitorial Services. The entry coordinator was Albert Creamy. And the theme, Clowns, brought to you by White Rose Janitorial Services, the cleaning source for York Region, once again sponsored by White Rose Janitorial Services.
Well, I know that my janitor certainly dressed like that when I was in school. I was wondering why they enjoyed their work so much.
You know, there's a lot of things they're handing out at this parade, but I don't seem to be getting any of them, the candy or anything like that.
There must be a few people hearing our message and are collecting for us. When it's over, we'll track them down.
We have to track this young guy down. And we are getting closer and closer to the arrival of Santa Claus.
You know, the modern-day Santa Claus, it originated, believe it or not, back in Greece, and his name was Hagios Nikolaos. Yes, it was an actual person. He was the Bishop of Myra, which is in the present-day Turkey, as a matter of fact, and it became very famous during the Middle Ages, and, of course, the modern-day Santa originated from a Christmas poem called A Visit from St. Nicholas, written by Clement C. Moore.
And now we have the Girl Guides of Canada entry. The entry coordinator is Darlene Bannon Gunning. This float involves 60 people. The theme is Jingle Bell Rock.